am so grateful to be here yet another week. There's a lot that has been going on, a lot of things that has been happening. We're going to be talking about it and sharing about it today. It's still not too late. Take a moment right now and go ahead and invite some others to get on right now if you can. Spread the message, spread the word. Let everybody know to join us because we're going to go over some information today that's not only going to give people opportunity to change the way they look at things, that the things they look at changes, but it's going to position them to be able to build and create lasting wealth. And that's what we're so excited about. So go ahead, invite somebody to get on the call, on the presentation. They don't want to miss what I'm going to share today. I got some some interesting news from the Federal Reserve about what's happening, what's going on with the economy, and what they plan to do about it. And we're going to be talking about a lot of those things today. We're going to also be giving you opportunity to understand the opportunity available to you today. That's right. It's a powerful company, wonderful company. I've had the pleasure of being with for over 10 years now. And not only has it changed my life, it has changed my understanding. It has changed my heart. This company has allowed me to be able to understand the importance of building a home-based business at a time when it's okay to be at home. It's good to be at home, but you got to be at home doing something, not just having Netflix fatigue. That's right. That's a real thing. Netflix fatigue. When people are watching Netflix so much, they get tired of watching Netflix. They watch almost everything on there. Time is passing by. All this is a change that's happening now. And I'm asking each and every one of you to listen to what I'm about to share objectively. Okay? Objectively. If you knew what to do, I'm sure you'll be already doing. But we're going to share with you some things to do that I believe can change your life, will change your life, and we're excited to do so. Again, I'm Dr. Blue, an asset manipulation specialist. I'm excited to be with this company, Utopian Global, and we're more excited about what we're going to share with you today. So let's get started. We want to give you a moment to kind of, invite people to come on. If you got any young people in the room, I know it's summertime for the young people, for the children. Go ahead and get them in to listen in. Get them to listen in. And the reason why you want to get them to listen, because remember this, if you're really committed to building wealth, every wealthy family prepares for the next 3 generations. Did you hear me? Every wealthy family prepared for the next 3 generations. So it's not just your children's children, it's your children's children's children. In my favorite book, the Holy Scriptures say that a good man leaves an inheritance for his children's children. That inheritance cannot be left in fiat currency. It can only be left in God's money, which maintains its purchasing power over thousands of years. And that's why we're doing this. That's why we're going to talk about this. But as we talk about this, let me open up with this. I really want to share this. That remember, ladies and gentlemen, there's 2 types of mindsets that exist in the world today. There's only 2. There's not a lot. There's only 2. What are those 2 types of mindsets? Number 1 is a prosperity consciousness. A prosperity consciousness is a mindset that there's always a way, there's always enough, and prosperity is possible. I'll say it again. There's always a way, there's always enough, and prosperity is possible. Then there's the poverty mindset. A person with a poverty mindset is fearful to do anything because in the back of their mind, they feel that what they have is all they'll ever have, and they don't want to lose any of it. And let me tell you something about life and about business. No risk, no reward. Now, it's important that you measure the risk, but if you don't take risks, there will never be a reward for you. And as I begin to mentor and to share with other people how building wealth is easy, believe me, I know. I was able to put myself on the path of wealth creation, literally coming from a poor family. I didn't say poor, and that's not Ebonics. We say poor because we couldn't afford the other O-R. We came from a poor family. I didn't know what to do, but I always knew that there was something. I come from a spiritual family, a family that understood that there was a God and that God wanted us, his children, to have good. And understanding all these things, what I was missing was the information of wealth creation. That's what I was missing. And when I began to understand that there had to be more than life, one book led to a seminar led to another book, a book led to relationships led to presentations, live presentations, presentations led to what we know today as a wealth building opportunity. Oh, hold on. Somebody's line is unmuted. We're gonna give me one moment, everybody. I'm sorry for that. Okay, let's see if we can get all lines muted. Okay, there we go. Now we got it. Thank you so much for everybody tuning in. So my point is this: one thing led to another, because guess what? You will only go in the direction in which you're facing, and you will only face the direction you desire. I'll say that again. You'll only go in the direction in which you're facing. If you're facing a poverty direction, then that's going to be the direction you go into. Everything that come across you, you're going to dismiss it. You're going to call it this. Oh, it's one of those things. Oh, this or that. Or when opportunities come upon you, you're going to say, hey, what's in this for me? What is available from this opportunity that can take me to the next level? And you ready for this? Wealth creation has nothing to do with your culture, your race, has nothing to do with your intelligence. It has everything to do with you making a decision. Did you hear me? It has nothing to do with where you come from, whether you're male or female, your gender, your culture, what color you are, what environment you come from. It has everything to do with you making a decision. What is that decision? Poor no more, we make the switch to rich. Now, that's not mine. That's originally Bishop Perry, Milton Perry, who died and went home to be with the Lord. But he would always say this to whatever meeting he'll go into. Poor no more, we make the switch, in essence, we make a decision to be rich. Now, why is that important? Because when you begin to understand the importance of wealth creation, the importance of being able to build yourself in the way that, watch this here, the wealthy has always done, because success leaves clues. What is your excuse to stay down or bound? There's only two consciousness. Number one is a prosperity consciousness, which after today's presentation and call, we hope that you will start developing or making a mind change for. Or there's a poverty consciousness, where everything you look at, there will never be enough money, there'll never be a good opportunity. You gotta wait till you get ready. You'll delay, you'll be lazy. And you know what my favorite book always said? To a person who sleeps, poverty will come upon them. But to a person who opened their eyes, the opportunity for provision will be in their life. That's in Proverbs. So, ladies and gentlemen, we don't want to sleep on this. We don't want to be so, thinking. We're going to get a checkup from the neck up. And if we're going to get a checkup from the neck up, that means in our mind, we're going to understand what opportunities exist before us, and we're going to take advantage of those opportunities to build the wealth that not only do I believe God wants for you, but to build the wealth that is possible and that is necessary for you to live life on a whole nother level. And we call that the better life. And guess who's available for? Every one of you who's willing to make a decision. So with that said, let's get started, everybody. I want to encourage you, pay attention to my screen if you can. As you do so, we're gonna go for it here. And for those of you who are on Instagram, this is a quick little shout out. Hey, follow me on Instagram at Mr. Mentor Wealth Builder. All right, Mr. Mentor Wealth Builder. I look forward to helping mentor you in wealth creation. Well, let's get started for today. Thank you all for joining in. And as we get started, I want you to call your attention to my screen here. Hold on one moment there. There we go. All right. Now, ladies and gentlemen, as we begin to proceed forward, one thing I want you to realize is we are in an interesting place in time and in history. And what's so interesting about this place in time and history is simply this, that right now, if you don't do something different, we say DSD, if you don't do something different, then the same thing or worse will be prevalent in your life. This is why instead of complaining about where you are, it's time to do something about it. And to do what? Do something different. Do something different than what you're used to doing. Be teachable, be coachable, be learnable. Why is that important? Because if you're not teachable and coachable, then the environment that currently exists is going to affect and impact a lot of people who are unprepared. We don't want that to be for you. So some things I'm gonna share with you today is not to scare you, only to prepare you, to get you to the place of taking action. Because if you complain, you will remain. But if you believe, you will receive. Believe what? That prosperity is possible. And it's possible because you're taking the right steps. Well, let's get started. What are some of the challenges that people face today? How many of you know that there's a major challenges people are facing today? It's causing stress, it's affecting their biology, their psychology, it's causing them to literally almost be hopeless. You know, I read an alarming statistic, not just recently, that because of this pandemic and because of so many people who are at home, that suicide rate has skyrocketed among the young as well as the old. People who are stressed out because they don't see any options. They don't see any ways. Now here you're watching one, you're seeing one. You're seeing an option in a way that not only would change your mindset, but it also would change your financial situation all at the same time. And you don't have to be one of the statistics of those who suffer from a bad economy. You can be one of those who arise and build wealth in a bad economy. Because we're not denying the economy is not bad. We're just saying what you're going to do about it. DSD, do something different. And we're hoping today you can see what that difference is. So here's some of the problems that people are facing. They have no money, have no saving. They live paycheck to paycheck. Anybody there feel the same way? You've done that. You felt that. You've been there. I certainly have. I certainly was at a place where I was praying for God to give money. I don't do that anymore, nor do I share with anybody that they should. Because God never gives you money. He gives you opportunity to get it. Deuteronomy says it is God who gives you the power to get wealth. And when you understand he gives you the power to get it, you'll understand that the power is the ability. That's where we get the word power from. The ability to get it means the opportunity. And it just could be that today you're watching this, you're listening to this because you have the opportunity to do such things. Now, we're talking about high student loans. Another factor. Those things aren't going away in today's economy. Look at the personal credit card debt that has surpassed $1 trillion. Amazing, right? But so true. Now we're looking at changes in how everything is being artificial intelligence is going to automate and eliminate 40% of jobs within 15 years. How do we know this to be true? Because think about it. With a virus that is prevalent right now, that is happening, and all things that are going forth, please understand, not only are people staying home, but businesses that want to stay in business are looking to artificial intelligence because these are a workforce, artificial intelligence, AI, is a workforce that cannot be affected by a virus in the way a human can. But we already see that it's eliminating 40% of jobs within 15 years, and it will. We already see Walmart is now testing out new facilities where there's no cashiers. Can you imagine going into a Walmart and having to cash out, not with a human cashier, but with the AI? Guess what? Amazon, through Whole Foods, their acquisition of Whole Foods, they already have certain markets in certain areas where you can go shopping at Whole Foods that will take your whole paycheck, unless you got a wealth creation plan. But you're able to go in there, choose what you want, and whatever you choose, whatever you want, you can walk right out after swiping your card on an automated system. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you here, if you think that the next 30 years is going to be like the last 30 years, you're sadly mistaken. Everything's changing. And if things are going to change for you, you got to DSD. What does that mean? Do something different. Don't quit. Do something different. Don't quit. Do something different. That's what you got to do. You got to do something different. And if you're going to do something different, then guess what? Then you are one of those who feel like there got to be more, that you were meant to more. You were meant and made for more. And then here's the question we got to ask you. How would you feel if you had control over every aspect of your life? That's right. You have that ability. See, wealthy people don't sit around complaining about what's not or talking about what isn't, they immediately seek to find solution because they understand one thing that's very important about money, that money is a reward for the service you give. It's the reward. So if you find a problem, provide a solution, you have the potential of earning income, and this is you taking control of your life. And what's the problem right now? People are struggling. They have no wealth. They have no opportunities. What's the solution? What we're talking about today, and how you can do it from the comfort of your own home just by employing a strategy called social sharing. That's right. I don't even have to go out to do this. I can do this right from the comfort of my own home, helping people understand that they can build a better life. And anybody who knows me, that's part of my personal mantra. It is part of my godly assignment to build people for a better life, a life where they can experience happiness and fulfillment, where we give them the power to instantly build and store wealth as well as to grow their income. Through a easily liquid platform, it's now possible to protect everyone's future with a medium of exchange that has stood the test of time. We're talking about gold and silver. We're talking about God's money. We're talking about you right now being a part of a community that believes you should have and enjoy and control your money and enjoy it. And this right here is a global community that's working together to restore real value in money. Not the money you think, though, but in real money. And this community is founded on the belief that everyone should experience financial freedom. Everyone, not just a few, not just one or two, not just the top 3% or the bottom 97% scramble to figure out what they're going to do, but everyone. And I'm going to say this again. Listen, don't quit. DSD, do something different. And this doing something different is what you're going to be able to see today. And no matter who you are, where you are in life, or what you earn, you have the ability to be a part of a company that is driven by 3 pillars. And the 3 pillars that the reason why I stuck around for 10 years, certainly there's been a whole bunch of other stuff to come around the way. But why did you stay? Why did you stay where you are? I tell you why. Because progress equals happiness. I see progress in my life. I see progress in my mindset. I see progress in my children and their understanding of preparing for the next 3 generations. And this progress was only brought to me because of a company that is built on these 3 pillars. Trust, they do what they say they do. Freedom, they give you the ability to be economically free. Now, let me ask you the question. Who else or what else is bringing that to you? I'm not talking about promises of true wealth. I'm talking about actual true wealth. And lastly, it's the community. There are people all across the world who are involved in this company, this opportunity, who they themselves are now experiencing freedom, and you have yet to see what they're going to do because we're getting people ready. We're getting them ready for what is time to come. And what's going to come? We're seeing that the economy is not going to improve, but you can build your own economy with an opportunity that exists right here. Now, listen to me. Here's a snapshot of what's happening in the world today. There's 4 ways to earn cash flow. 4 ways to cash flow into you. Number 1, you can work with somebody. Number 2, you can work for yourself. Thirdly, you could be a business owner and own a leveraged income system. Or 4, you could be an investor. Now, this is the foundation of understanding how to create wealth. Now, there's nothing wrong with working for somebody. Anybody who's ever had a job, certainly that's fine. Nothing wrong with that. It's the worst way to earn an income because you're trading time for money. And there's not enough time in the day to earn the amount of money that you need to succeed. Would you agree? I agree as well, right? So here it is. You can work with somebody else. Or number 2, you can work for yourself. 60% of people work for themselves. They have their own job. They own their own job, rather. The only problem with that is it's not as sustainable. And we saw business owners during this time of difficulty have not able to serve a lot of people who are self-employed because of everything being on shutdown. Or you could be an income leverage business owner. That's right. Own a business that deals with leverage income opportunity. You can be in a place where you work for yourself, but not by yourself. That's what a business owner is all about. Matter of fact, the first billionaire ever to exist was, one of the first was J. Paul Getty. J. Paul Getty, who made his money in his billions in oil. This is what he said. He says, I'd rather have 1% of 100 people's efforts than 100% of my own. In essence, he says, I'd rather work with people and earn a little percentage off of each person I work with than to do it all myself, as what business owners do, most business owners who work for themselves. And if they don't show up to work the next day, they don't earn an income. Well, that's not what happens here. And then lastly is the investor. The investor, first, people who understand investment, they get it, they understand. I rather put my money to work for me than me having to work for it. That's the only thing. The great thing about being an investor. And you ready for it? The opportunity we're talking to you today gives you that opportunity in multiple ways. And it exists to stand with the two major ways that you can earn a cash flow. What is that? As a business owner and an investor. This is what you're listening to today. And this is why the top 3% is the top 3%, and the bottom 97% is the bottom 97%, because they're looking for someone to be their boss. Listen to me. We're talking to you. When we say DSD, what does DSD stand for? Do something different. When we talk about DSD, we're talking about being your own boss. That's different for many of you, because all you ever thought is that if somebody just give you a chance and give you an opportunity and pay you a paycheck every week, then you'll be okay and you'll be safe. Well, listen, if you want security, go to jail. That's the only place you get security. If you want freedom, keep listening to what we're talking about. Why? Because this gives you freedom. It gives you the opportunity to be your own boss and to build wealth in the proper way. Let's listen to this and hear an overview of all that I'm talking about.
How would you like to be your own boss? Be able to plan your own time and be in control of every minute of your life? Well, it's very possible. And with Utopian Global, you can achieve it as quick as you snap your fingers. The Utopian Global ecosystem allows you to multiply your income exponentially and diversify your assets by converting them into precious metals like gold and silver. This helps you eliminate the risk of inflation and devaluation associated with fiat currency. After all, if it's good enough for governments and central banks to hold their reserves in gold, then why shouldn't you? Besides the gold and silver, we also give you the possibility to participate in STORE. STORE, sustainable technology and resource holdings, is backed by real assets that power the world. By owning STORE, you get to enjoy the rewards from the income generated by the STORE assets. These assets include legacy energy resources in the Raccoon Bend field located in Texas, USA. Our second phase is addressing the plastic crisis and creating opportunity with Polystream Technologies plastics to fuel process. The production, proliferation, and disposal of single-use plastics is a crisis of truly global proportion. That's not all. With our lucrative partners program, you can earn rewards and commissions when you share our message and services with others, as well as qualify for bonuses such as luxury travel and paid holidays. Our affiliates also get premium wealth education and coaching, as well as access to webinars and marketing materials. You don't have to break the bank to start with Utopian Global. With as low as €99, you can become an independent business owner and start increasing your income by joining our global network. Remember, everyone you spread the word about Utopian Global to results in you multiplying your own assets, doing good for the planet, and increasing your payouts. Don't forget to visit our website at utopianglobal.com to learn more. The time to get in is now. Utopian Global, real assets, real income, real lifestyle.
Would you look at that? Real assets, real income, real lifestyle. Ladies and gentlemen, this is no doubt, no question, the Utopian Global ecosystem. And this is what you want to be a part of. If you're going to be a part of something, be a part of something that's going to empower you and position you to have those three areas actively growing in your life. Do you own real assets right now? And when we talk about real assets, we're literally talking about gold and silver. Do you have real income? That's right, income that allows you to earn it from the comfort of your own home, being able to socially share, practicing social distance, an opportunity that anybody can learn the principles of generational wealthy and take action now. This is available for you. It's available for them. And a real lifestyle. What's that real lifestyle we're talking about? A lifestyle of freedom. You know, one of the great joys I love about being a part of this opportunity is that I can spend time with my family, my children. I can talk to them about what's happening with the economy. We can spend time growing and learning together and just really preparing things for the next generation. I love that. They're able to sit inside of my office as we talk, my home office, as we talk and as we share and as we deliberate between what's the next move, what's the best move, where to go, and all because of Utopian Global. Ladies and gentlemen, real income, real assets, real income, and real lifestyle is what's available today. Now, what's included inside of this? Number one, you have wealth. There's 4 components here. Wealth, to safeguard your wealth by saving the precious metals. There's store program, being able to have oil. Remember, J. Paul Getty, the richest man in the world at his time, became a billionaire out of oil. Well, this opportunity gives you the position through store and through crowdfunding to be able to own a part of a oil field in Houston, Texas, Raccoon Bend. Through the store program, it's available for anybody outside of the United States or accredited investors who are here. All right, education. You're going to learn how to create generational wealth. Hopefully, after you get off this presentation today, you can walk away with information that's going to change your situation. And lastly, a home-based business. Ladies and gentlemen, those of you who are already a part of this opportunity, you're doing your business right now. Here's the question. Is there anybody on this presentation who you are sharing with them the opportunity in which they can do what you've done? Is there anybody else? And if there's anybody here, then certainly you are doing your business right now as I'm doing all the talking. Wouldn't you like that? We got training programs that you don't have to master at first. You just got to be good at getting people to see this opportunity. And once you do, they will make a decision as to why they want to build and create wealth. Well, let's look at this. Gold has outperformed every major fiat currency over time. And here's the charts, the real life charts to show it. Every major fiat currency, gold has outperformed. And when we look at silver, silver is imperative because watch what happens with silver. Silver bridges your wealth with sound money. It is a hedge against inflation. It has 50% industrial use. That's right. Silver is used in everything: computers, TV, you name it. It's a great conductor of electricity. It's used in companies. Anybody who like those Tesla cars, you know, those electric cars, well, they use a whole lot of silver, which means that there is a demand for silver. And if you have an asset in which there's a demand for, the value of that asset always rises and puts you in a great position that you literally have real wealth in your own hands. And that's possible. And if you don't know today, silver's at $18 an ounce today. That's spot price. Guess what, ladies and gentlemen? It's not only rising. When I got into silver, it was probably around $12 an ounce. Now, right now it's $18 an ounce, which means just because I'm saving in silver, my money has increased and has risen as a result. And listen to me, don't always look at the price. What matters is how much gold or silver you have when you actually need it. And let's look at gold. Gold is very important. It's a safe haven. It's a store of value. It's a hedge against inflation, and it's God's money. This is real money. There's nothing backing the dollar today, but this right here, until the end of time, will always be used as money. Always has been, always will. And if you own this, like that sound right? Together, you now are positioning yourself to be protected against what's happening with the economy. Again, here it is. Since 1932, gold has outperformed cash more than 4,300%. 4,300%. $100,000 acquired in 1932 of gold is now valued at 4.5 million. That means in 1932, over 40 years ago, if you was able, listen to me, ladies and gentlemen, if you were able to save in this, if your grandparents were able to save in, if your great-grandparents were able to save in this, and they also among their family prepared to teach people to keep wealth for the next 3 generations. By the time you will be around today, there's be $4.5 million for you to live life on purpose and still continue to create wealth and pass it down generations. And this business, this company, which is so profound, gives you that ability to start creating wealth through what is called an asset accumulation plan. And this asset accumulation plan can be started with as little as $25. Listen to me, ladies and gentlemen, it's an easy platform. And you'll get a back office that looks like this, that gives you your gold holdings and your silver holdings. All right, it gives you the ability to purchase, to sell back, to choose what you want to save in, whether you want to save in rounds or bars or all different type of gold options. All right, the history of what you've done since you've been a part of the company and the balance of where you are now. And all this on an easy to read online platform that you can access 24 hours, 7 days a week. Plus, watch it here, you have LBMA good delivery. You get a secure private LBMA vaulting with Loomis International, whether in Switzerland or Dubai. You can take your gold and silver and store it in one of those 2 places if you did not want it shipped to you. And all of our gold and silver is sourced from the #1 LBMA refinery in the world, Argo Heraeus, out of Switzerland. Argo Heraeus. Now, why is that important? Because if you want to save in gold, you want to save in gold with a hallmark that is easily recognizable by people everywhere. When it's ever time for you to sell your gold or silver, you got people who recognize it, who understand it, and who understand the premium that comes with it. Ladies and gentlemen, again, this is how it all started for me. I was the person who understood there had to be more, who recognized that I needed a DSD to do something different. And so what I've done was I put myself around individuals who knew more than what I knew, and I became teachable and coachable. I didn't try to impress them. I didn't try to show off. I didn't try to say, hey, who I am and where I come from. I learned from each of these men who had an indelible impression in my life, who I never forget, who has allowed me to be the man I am today. From my spirituality, this is my grandfather. You'll often hear me mention him a lot. Bishop Milton Berry, he was a bishop, had churches, overseas churches all across the country and even around the world, traveled internationally, sharing the good news of God and Jesus Christ. And this was my first mentor, Mr. Philip Judge, who taught me what real money was and gave me an important lesson that I always like to share and I always like people to understand. Then there's Mr. Bill Rao, the founder of this wonderful income leverage opportunity called Utopian Global. A person who was very wealthy, did not have to do anything but retire and go choose another exotic beach somewhere around the world and kind of enjoy the rest of his life. No, he says, I want the rest of my life to be the best of my life because I'm creating an opportunity to give everybody the way to build and create wealth. And then there's me, yours truly, who became teachable, coachable, stayed hungry, and always looking to improve my life and my circumstance by understanding how to DSD, how to do something different. Because I learned a long time ago from this man right here that if I complain, I will remain. If I believe, I will receive. And I believe that things can be different. What you see here, right here on your screen here, is a picture of what you think is money. But it's not money. This right here, ladies and gentlemen, is currency. It's called fiat currency. And the one thing you must understand about this currency is simply this. And this was my first lesson. This is the first lesson I learned from this gold billionaire named Philip Judge, who taught me that if I thought this was money, then no wonder why I'm losing in life. This is not money, it's fiat currency. See, money is a reward for the service you render. So there's no secret to money. There's no miracle to money. There's nothing so hard about money. It's just understanding how money operates. And when you begin to realize that, we earn this currency, but the key thing is all money should have a store of value. It should have a medium of exchange and a unit of account. This does not store value. It does not store value because every 10 years, you lose 50% of your purchasing power because of inflation. Every 10 years. So $100, 10 years later, it's still $100, but it only purchases $50 worth of purchasing power. Another 10 years later, it's still, watch this, ladies and gentlemen, $100, but it only has now $12 and $25 of purchasing power. You go another 10 years, now we're 30 years in, you still have $100, but it only purchases $12.50 of purchasing power. Now, I believe you get the picture. And if you think that you're going to build wealth by earning a lot of this and leaving it in the bank somewhere, or just throwing it away under your mattress, or putting it inside of a cubbyhole, or putting it in wherever you put it, you're sadly mistaken. Because inflation will rob your purchasing power, that by the time you get it, by the time you retrieve it and you try to use it, it's purchasing less and less than it once did. That's why back in 1932, you could buy bread for literally 5 cents. Well, today, bread is not 5 cents, it's $4 to $5. And if you're getting, gluten-free bread, you're anywhere over $7 or more. Ladies and gentlemen, if you think that this is what you need to be financially free, you got half the story. No, this is what you need to earn an income. And once you earn income, you then need to, watch this, put it in something more sustainable. That is, money will always be money. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? It will protect you from inflation. Because every time this goes down, this goes up. And that's what we're seeing now, even in the midst of this economy. Now, I want to share something with you while we're on this point. I want to talk about the Federal Reserve. Now, if you don't know, you need to know. I want to see if I can bring this up. I may not be able to, but what I'll do is I'll go ahead and I'll just read to you an interesting point that I saw. The Federal Reserve just had a meeting just recently. And the meeting that they just had recently, they begin to talk about basically the state of the economy. You're seeing right here from the United States Bureau of Labor and Statistics, this is the facts or the results, that in 1913, $100 was worth $100. When we fast forward to 2019, that $100 only has, listen to me, less than $3 of purchasing power. And it's going to continue going forth even more. Now, the Federal Reserve, watch what the Federal Reserve did. They had a meeting and they released their meeting notes from their previous meeting. And I'm looking to bring this up. And from the previous meeting, in their meeting notes, I'm going to read to you exactly what happened. The staff observed that uncertainty regarding the economic effects of the coronavirus outbreak was extremely elevated, and that the historical behavior of the United States economy in response to past economic shocks provided limited guidance for making judgment about how the economy might evolve over the coming quarters. In light of the significant uncertainty and downside risk associated with the evolution of the coronavirus outbreak, how much the economy would weaken and how long it would take to recover, the staff, we're talking about the staff of the Federal Reserve, have judged that a more pessimistic projection was no less plausible than the baseline forecast. In this scenario, a second wave of coronavirus outbreak with another round of strict restrictions on social interaction and business operation was assumed to begin another year in, inducing a decrease in the real GDP, a jump in the unemployment rate, and renewed downward pressure on inflation next year. Compared with the baseline, and the disruption of the economic activity was more severe and protracted in this scenario. And that's what they're saying is they have a pessimistic view of what's happening. The Federal Reserve, those who print this, are saying, we don't really know what's about to happen moving forward. Now, this is the Federal Reserve. You can look it up for yourself. The meetings from their last meeting. And if they're saying they don't know what's going to happen in the economy, why in the world are you still trying to run after this to protect yourself? No, ladies and gentlemen, the only way to protect yourself is through gold and silver. That's why central banks, who also know what's happening, they themselves are quietly buying gold and silver to protect their asset they're holding in currency, because everyone knows something's going to happen but the average person. And it's our hope that the average person will understand this through social sharing, where they can take advantage and start moving right now to do something. This is what we teach our children. In this picture, you see these wonderful people. This is Claudia Eifer, who's a great business trainer and businesswoman with this opportunity, a millionaires, as I like to call her, but very focused on the journey of building wealth and wealth creation. And you see our company founder, Mr. Bill Rao, right here. And who else are these people who are with him? This is my family. This is my children, from Isabella, my baby, turning 1 next month, to my sons and my other daughter. And guess what I'm doing? I'm doing the same thing I learned from my grandfather, that if you don't know something, get around people who do, learn it, embrace it, be empowered by it, and then guess what? Apply it to your life. This is very important. And that's why I'm saying to each and every one of you, this is the type of community that exists through here. So let me fast forward this over time. And all this diagram right here just simply shows that this 1 ounce of gold that I'm holding in my hand, as you can see, over time maintains its purchasing power over thousands and millions of years. Because in Romans times, look at this, a 1 ounce of gold can buy you a toga and a pair of sandals. 1 ounce of gold 100 years ago can still buy you a fine suit and a pair of shoes. Fast forward today, that 1 ounce of gold, you see the Argo Horaeus brand, we love it, still buys you a fine suit and a pair of shoes. Because gold is God's money, it's the foundation of real wealth. And with the Federal Reserve, those who print this, who are saying we don't really know what's going to happen, that things are going to get even worse. Why in the world are you trying to save this inside of a bank? No, you got to think outside of the bank, just like you got to be your own boss. If it is to be, it's up to you. And we help you with a asset accumulation plan where you can start saving in gold and or silver with as little as 25 euro. That's right, you can start saving. And all of the gold and silver are 999.9 pure gold and 999.0 pure silver. And all the metals are Swiss, the same refinery that does the gold and silver for the high-end luxury watches like Rolex, like Philippe Patek, like Hublot, all this other, they all source their gold from Argo Horaeus, the same place that we do. Now you might say, why we only use one refinery? Well, when you've got the best, there's no need for the rest, and that's exactly what happens here. Ladies and gentlemen, this shows you just a brief view of the gold in Argo Horaeus that our company also shares and that people receive.
Switzerland has long been recognized as the gold capital of the world. Every individual unique gold piece is manufactured to the exacting standards of the LBMA, with Swiss precision in refining, minting, and manufacturing. Quietly nestled in the Swiss Alps on the Swiss-Italian border lies Argo Horaeus, Unique's preferred LBMA refinery and mint. Argo is the largest LBMA refinery in Europe, accounting for up to 15% of the world's total gold output. Argo utilizes the world-leading technologies in the manufacturing of its unique range of products. From the refining of pure 999.9 gold that goes into its product exacting process, rolling and stamping, Unique's product is minted to the highest level of precision and accuracy every single time.
There you have it, everybody. Precious metals thinking outside of the bank. Everything we showed you, it's a real refinery with real gold and silver, and this is what you offer in your home-based business. And it's important to understand, again, an easy platform. Anybody can have an asset accumulation plan. You know what I like to give out for birthdays and Christmases? I like to give out these asset accumulation plans. Why is that? Because right now, to give somebody a shirt or a sweater that next season will be out of season or out of style, you can give them gold or silver that can be funded with as little as $25 on an asset accumulation plan. It's a powerful way to go. All right. And so I'm going to fast forward here because we talked a lot about this is the store program. If you're outside of America, this is how it works. The network raises money. The store company buys the assets. The asset produces oil. The oil is sold to the market. And then guess what? You receive a dividend. That's if those of you who are outside of the United States of America, you can participate in the store. And if you're in America, you know people worldwide, then certainly they can, through your business, by store, and you still earn a commission even though you're in America. All right. Here's a couple of the people who've had the privilege of visiting the oil field to see the reality of it, to talk to the geologists and all the people who see it and recognize it. All those are there. Here's Ryan Messer. He's the founder of Store. All right. He's the founder of Store. He goes with Store. He's been in the the energy industry for years, knows his stuff. And watch this here. Here's a team of individuals who are a part of making sure that this asset succeeds and goes to the next level. All because this company dwells in real assets, real income, and a real lifestyle. So after sharing all that, and after understanding the importance of DSD doing something different, the biggest question we get from people is, how do we start? How can we start? Very simple. You can start as a customer. As a customer, you buy or obtain gold and silver. You can purchase gold and silver from $25 onwards. That's right. The initial you can put inside of this is $25. Or Store, if you're outside of America, for €50 or more. And you can do this as a customer or as an affiliate. I'll tell you why I like being an affiliate, because I get to earn an income by doing a home-based business. You can select an affiliate packages, and we're going to show you what those are. You can commit to €50 per month on an asset accumulation plan. So you're not paying $50 a month to store up on lotions and potions and buckets of lotions, all those other stuff. All you're simply doing is with your €50 a month, that is going, watch this, 40% of it is going into your gold and silver, and the remainder is going into the operation of your business. Because it is a home-based business, you get to earn income from customer sales or team sales, affiliate sales. You earn from the increase of the asset value of Store, and so on. And here are the packages prices. And from anywhere from €99, which is basic, to All-Star 3,500. And every package offers the same thing, except for the amount of gold and silver you get in each package. So we encourage people to come in the €390 package. Why? Because you get more gold or silver for the money that you put in. All right. Now, would you come in a basic package? Yeah, you can, but you get basic results. Who is basic? You're not basic. I don't believe you're basic. You're either a member of the elite or more. And for those who are high dollar, you also get the opportunity of joining by purchasing a quantum package, anywhere from $9,000, which gives you $7,500 in gold or silver, to $1 million. Now, how many of you have an opportunity, a home-based business, where you can sell $1 million product where $975,000 is being protected in gold or silver? But you get to offer that as a home-based business. Now, you might say, well, I don't know nobody who can purchase that. Well, you never know who is looking for something in which they can protect themselves in today's situation. And you offer that owning a business. You earn multiple ways in which you can earn through this opportunity. 40% on fast start referral, 5% on direct bonuses. You qualify for incentives, including luxury travel. You earn up to 7 levels commission from your customers and affiliates, and you earn 2% gold leadership bonus on your customer and your team. And guess what? We show you how to be cash flow positive with this business. Because if you join at a $1,500 package, guess what? You find 3 people who do the same. You earn $1,500, so now your business is cash flow positive. Ladies and gentlemen, well, let's see how much you earn through referrals. All right? The company pays you a referral fee. Instead of paying TV and radio and all this other stuff, they give the money to you, which means that whoever joins in one of these packages, in the gold here is the US dollar amount of what it costs to join. The company says, as a thank you for socially sharing this opportunity from the comfort of your own home. Not you don't mind the gold, you don't carry the gold, you just share the opportunity. They're going to give you anywhere from $39.99 to $1,078 on these packages at this level, with every person who signs up get a 14-day money back guarantee. Now, I love that, because if we really wasn't about what we are about, nobody would give you 14 days money back guarantee. That's a guarantee money back. So I'm saying to you, ladies and gentlemen, this is what you can earn from the comfort of your own home. You get 3 people who sign up on the elite pack, $853. You're going to earn $286 for each of those persons who signed up and all you did was show and tell. You really didn't sell, you showed and tell them of an opportunity. Well, what about those quantum packages from 9,000 to 1 million? Yes, you get paid off of those too. Look at that, from $1,100 to $23,000 you will earn on a commission for doing what? Showing and telling. That's what we love about it. Bringing somebody to a presentation like this, allowing somebody to see information that will change their situation. That's all you're doing. We call it social sharing. You can share this socially on social media or wherever, and guess what? People can build and create wealth. Well, how would you like to get your own asset accumulation plan for free? You also can do this with this opportunity. For some people who say, you know what, $50 a month is kind of awful lot, but don't worry about it. We show you how to simply put 8 customers or affiliates anywhere on your first and second level, and guess what? Your asset accumulation plan is free. And that's if you're getting paid to save in gold and silver almost for free, with no cost at all because of what you're doing. So as a home-based business, we meet all the checklists. We got the product, private ownership of gold and silver. The timing is now. In a down economy, we know gold and silver always do well. Multiple streams of income. There's more than 8 different ways to get paid here with this opportunity. You got a business system that's easy to learn and easy to teach, and a global seamless opportunity where there's no restrictions worldwide and longevity. Because we're dealing in gold and silver, your business will outlive its founders. All because of that. So for less than €1.65 a day, less than a cup of coffee at Starbucks or anywhere else, you have ownership in real income producing assets, wealth protection, savings accumulated in real assets, infinite returns. You own a global online business. You can have residual income. And guess what? You also get to enjoy the tax benefits of having a home-based business. So how would you like to pay off debt with the information you heard? What about saving money? Now that you know what really to save in, earn this, save in this. Earn this, save in this. Earn this, but save in this. You're able to change lives, starting with your own family. You're able to create generational wealth. Ladies and gentlemen, this is one of the reasons why I love this opportunity, because I recognize and realize the privilege that I have for helping 500 families protect themselves in building generational wealth through gold and silver. And this is what we want to do. Here's my question. Is your family one of the 500 families we're looking for? Or are you one of the ones who's going to help us reach 500 families to protect them during this time that their lives can be changed forever? So it's time to get in, everybody. Contact the person who invited you on the call, who invited you a part of the opportunity. We're going to answer any questions that you may have. If there are any questions, we want you to put them in the chat line or answer those questions for you, or find the answers for you that you can literally understand what is before you. And I want to say this. From my favorite book, it says it this way: if you wait for the perfect conditions, you'll never get anything done. A person with a poverty mindset is always waiting for the perfect condition. It's never the right time. And it will never be their time in them. So I want you to understand, all this is available for you right now. And because it's available for you right now, you have to take action. Take a screenshot of this, everybody. The reason why you want to do this, because this gives you important notice about our opportunity, because we don't know what you're going to do. Some people get in and they build a business. Some people join and they do nothing. They complain about where they are and they want everything to fall down upon them. Because of that, we cannot guarantee that you will earn any money using these techniques or ideas displayed if you do nothing. But if you do something, guess what? Your results will be your proof that you are now having gold and silver, God's money, real money, available for you. And every entry into Utopian Global is covered by a 14-day money-back guarantee. Ladies and gentlemen, this right here is why you need to understand the principle of DSD doing something different. We've heard from the Federal Reserve, and I really hope you look that up. The Federal Reserve meeting, their last meeting notes, they shared how they don't know what the economy is going to bring. That everything is looking, but for you, everything can be as good as you designed it to be, because you now have access. If there's any question, I will answer any questions now. If not, I want you to hurry up, get with the person who has invited you on this call and take action now. Do something different, or where you are will remain. If you complain, you will remain. If you believe, you shall receive. And we want to help you believe that prosperity is possible. And it starts right here, and it starts with you. If you're able, if you got any questions, let's see if there are any questions. There's no questions. So with that said, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to let you go. I'm Dr. Blue, an asset accumulation specialist here with Utopian Global. And I am so grateful to have the privilege of spending this time with you to share with you concepts that has helped me to change my life. And no doubt, without question, will help you change yours. Through this platform called Utopian Global, real assets, real income, and a real lifestyle. Listen, join us. We're looking to help a lot of people, even during difficult times. And you and your family can be one of them. God bless you. Always remember, God created your life, but it's up to you to create the level of your living. Wherever you choose, it's a level you'll live in. God bless everybody. Have a great day, and thank you for being on the call today.
Thank you, Dr. Blue. Appreciate you. What an amazing presentation. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Amen.